All right, y'all. I totally forgot to talk about
Also, we have a sleeping baby in the house, so we're gonna whisper.
Definitely have a sleeping baby, but
it's like
hot cocoa and what?
Chill.
Hot cocoa and chill. Fuck Netflix. It's like ASMR.
We're just gonna play 21 questions.
But we probably won't get to 21.
Probably not. Cheyenne.
Yes.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Ooh.
Like one thing that you love, but you don't want to tell anybody you love.
Something I love, but it's like unfortunately. What do I love?
I mean, I can think of one thing, but you're not ashamed of it.
Now you have to tell me.
Your love for Nickelback.
Oh, everyone should love Nickelback.
But like, you just don't tell people you love Nickelback.
I know. Nah, that's the divorced dad train, and I'm on that. What's something I don't like to do? Well, I love to do.
Something that like you do, but it's nobody else likes it, or they think it's weird or dumb. So like you're like, I'm just gonna enjoy this alone and not let anybody else know.
My guilty pleasure. I feel like I only have one guilty pleasure, and it's so hard for me because it's just fucking ice cream. That's my only pleasure on this planet.
She said breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
There's literally no
Give
room.
me a scoop or two.
There's no room for anything else. Nothing at all. Nickelback and ice cream.
Nickelback and ice cream.
Yo, actually a guilty pleasure, which is taking it in every aspect of the word, is as much as I love vanilla ice cream, I also like vanilla sex sometimes. It do be good, even though it be boring. Sometimes boring's good. I
mean, look it out for us.
I
feel that though.
Because like I will not be like, oh my god, I love vanilla sex. Like I'm definitely not gonna be like the one like walking around like, oh my god, I love that shit. But like, okay, when it hits, it hits.
But like also you can only go like hot and heavy and aggressive so many times in a week before you're like, hey, I need a break.
Right. So I'm like, when it's boring, it's looking good sometimes.
I mean, I get it. I feel it.
Especially when I'm like stressed out.
Right.
I want something that's super just like mellow, but just as like high intensity, you know?
Yeah.
Vanilla, if you
will. Right. Like no extra stuff. Just get you from point A to point B,
right,
and then you can get back to stressing.
Exactly. She said, "You're right back to it." Oh, I'm fucking dead.
I mean, it's true.
Now I need to know yours. This is about to be question 1 and 2. If you had a guilty pleasure that you love to do, but didn't want anyone else to know,
I mean,
or other people didn't do it.
I don't know.
See, mine was hard too.
I feel like maybe that I just like watch a lot more TV than I actually tell people I do.
I mean, we know you're obsessed with TV, but like, how obsessed are you? Like, if it was your choice, would it be like from when you wake up to when you go to sleep?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
But the thing is like even if the TV's on, I will still like go and do stuff.
But it just has to be on.
But like I need something, and I feel like I'll listen to like a podcast or two, and I'm like I can't listen to this while I'm cleaning my room.
Really?
Yeah, like that's a work thing to me because that's what I listen to at work. And then like I have some audiobooks, but it's the same thing. Like that's my like work stuff.
Like just audio versus visual and audio.
Yeah.
I guess like the podcast that I am most interested in is video as well. So I have the choice to listen like just audio or to watch them, you know. So like kind of gives me like the TV vibe.
Part of it is that I just get like super overwhelmed and super stressed out
Mm-hmm.
about like small inconveniences. So having like something on in the background,
Mm-hmm.
it like stimulates more parts of my brain
So you're not like
so I don't like
focused on.
spiral. Yeah.
That makes sense actually, because like when you're cleaning and shit, like it's easy to get overwhelmed with like
Right.
whatever you're doing
Yeah.
versus like watching TV and just
Right.
doing
So if
it.
I have something in the background like
Mm-hmm.
occupying my brain
Mm-hmm.
while I'm just like, hey, let me do this, this, and this, versus like, hey, let me get into this, and all I have is like a voice telling me about like this tragic murder that happened. Because I listen to a lot of true crime.
That would be her second one. I feel like that's an
Honestly,
obsession.
yo, true. Yeah, it is. It is. Listen, when I have more time, I'm going to start my true
The
crime
true crime.
podcast. And I can't, like, I tried before we did this, I
Mm-hmm.
tried and I like planned out like half an episode. It took me like 6 weeks. And I said, I
Because there was so
can't
much.
do this. Yeah, there's just too much.
I wish I was a true crime junkie. It's not that I don't like it at all. Like I do like it. I
Mm-hmm.
just it takes me a lot to be like invested. Like videos like that you have to like watch, right?
Right.
Like stories and stuff like they like pick at the details and it's very like
Yeah.
particular of like what happened and stuff like that. I
See,
have to be like,
and that's why the couple of things that I do listen to, like one of them, they just recap a show
mm-hmm.
about like disappearances.
Oh, so that's like a
So,
show and then commentary
yeah.
about the show.
And then the two people that are on it were Broadway actors.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, the pandemic happened and they had nothing to do, so they started this podcast. So they're
Oh,
very animated and
yeah.
they're hilarious.
So they like make a show out of
Yeah.
being commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool though. That's cool.
But,
I mean, I could see how that's your guilty pleasure, and then it just
right, because then it
spirals.
spirals.
I was like,
Because
it
then
spirals from
they'll
there.
recommend something from another show, and I'm like, oh my god, listen to that. And then
Just
they'll
down,
have a recommendation, and I'm like,
just
never
downhill
ends.
from there. I
Yeah.
feel like one of your guilty pleasures would be shopping from like third party shopping. Like you're listening or watching something and they're like, "Oh, try this promo code,
Yeah,
go buy this." And then you're like,
100%.
"Done. Already did it."
Yeah. As soon as somebody tells me I use this and I like it, and this is what you should like, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let me try.
You're like, I have to
Right.
know."
90% of the stuff that I have in my in the bathroom in this house right now,
Uh-huh.
I got from listening to podcasts.
I hate this. I love this
Most
for
of the
them.
stuff in my shower, same thing. Actually, everything in the shower right
Not
now.
every once in a while you do get like a good ass recommendation. You'll be like, "Oh, try this," and like I do like it, but I'm just not that. I feel like I'm bougie on a budget.
See, the problem is I paid off all my debt. So I
No, the problem is you cancel Netflix. Now you got money for everything.
I canceled that one $12 subscription. Now let me go spend hundreds of dollars a month
Yo,
on stuff
honestly,
that I don't actually need.
I will not get over that. When you said you got rid of Netflix and then bought a Fenty thing, I was like, we're done here. We're done. We have to leave.
Listen, I'm trying to do better.
Like, I canceled my Netflix and I can't afford a Fenty anything.
You can use a baby. I don't have
But the math
anything.
isn't mathing. I could buy my baby something Fenty, but it's still not there. I'm fucking dead.
I did decide when the weather gets nicer and summer rolls around,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cancel everything and I'm not going to have a single TV subscription until fall.
So you're gonna cancel out your guilty pleasure for the summer?
Yeah.
But okay, but is that fair though? Because I feel like you have TV at your house that you don't pay for, right?
No, my TV isn't hooked up to cable
Oh, okay.
because where the cable box is and where
Mm-hmm.
my TV is are on opposite ends of my room.
She's like, will not buy an extension.
No.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Well, if you get past this addiction, and then you could watch TV moderately in the fall. Maybe you know
See,
some Halloween movies.
part of it is that all my favorite shows are going to end in the summer and then they come back in the fall.
She's like, nah, I'm coming back twice as hard.
I mean, I just feel like it'll give me a reason to like go do stuff during the summer,
I
like
mean,
after work,
if
versus just going home and sitting around.
Yeah, because if that's the thing that's like hunkering you down, because you're
Right.
like, these shows are just
Yeah.
then obviously if you take out that whole narrative, then like the whole
Right.
fucking story
Yeah.
changes, you know.
Right.
Well, that'll be fun though. Well, let's see how it goes.
I mean, we've got those zoo passes. We're gonna use those
I
every
mean,
Saturday.
that is true, and now it's getting warmer. Not where
Right.
we're at,
No,
because it's
for sure
snowing.
snowed like 6 inches last night.
But when we get home, zoo for sure.
Yeah,
Now that
I
it's
can't
spring,
wait.
yeah, I
Can't
love that.
wait.
What's the next question? Let me. Do I have to pick a question?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should have not put my password into your phone.
Act like she doesn't know my password.
I know. Mm. Now that since we're on it, what's your favorite TV show right now?
Right now,
Like active, like right now. If you were like put
like the
something
show
on.
that I like have to watch.
Like if they released one single episode right now, you'd be like, we actually need to go watch
Like
it.
I would just go log into my laptop real quick.
Yes.
Currently Vanderpump Rules because there's you don't understand the drama that is happening right now.
Bitch, I cannot with you. Keep going.
There's 2 cast members.
Mm-hmm.
They've been dating for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's another cast member. He cheated on her with her.
In real life or in the show?
Yes, no, the show it's like a reality show,
Mm-hmm.
but in real
Oh.
life, like they were done with the season.
Mm-hmm.
This news came out. They went back to filming and they're adding to this season
Because of that?
because of everything going on.
Oh, they were like, this tea needs to
It's
be.
piping, and we need to put that on film.
Wow.
So like every episode, I'm now watching it knowing these two people have been hooking up for almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's little things that like will happen. I'm like, he hugged her a little bit longer there than normal, or they're really staring at each other in this scene.
Like you're just like noticing stuff now.
Yeah,
that's too funny. I feel like reality TV is one of those things where like every episode is just like hot. It's a hot commodity, you know.
But like that show, I will stay up till 9 o'clock on Wednesdays to watch it when it premieres. I can't wait till the next day.
Like you have to watch it.
Yeah, like I need to see. I need to know
That's
when
hilarious.
These new episodes that they filmed in the last few weeks. I can't miss that when those are pop up. Like I can't.
That's too funny. I've never even seen that show. Vanderpump Rules.
So, but you've watched like the Real Housewives because it's like a spin-off
of
Real Housewives. It's one of the Real Housewives from Beverly Hills owns a restaurant, and it's one of Lisa Vanderpump.
Yeah. Okay,
and
that
it
makes
like
sense.
follows her employee. Well, none of them are like actually her employees anymore.
But it started that way.
It started that way. Yeah.
Interesting. Because I've definitely seen that
people on
that
show.
season of Housewives.
There's 2 other people on the show that got married in 2016. I think they were together for like 10 or 11 years. They just filed for divorce. Real sad. A lot going on.
A lot of tea.
Can't miss an episode. What about you? What's your favorite TV show right now?
I feel like if there was a show that I had to watch,
like you were like, let's just. Do you have your laptop? Can we log into right now? I just gotta see one more episode.
I am a sucker for 90 Day Fiance. We all know that, and if you don't, you're late to the show. So if any, but 90 Day Fiance has a lot of like spin-offs, right? They have like every single reason they can make a show they did.
Right.
So the 90 Day Fiance, like the original one, if they probably started a new season, I would probably watch it just because they're so funny to me.
Yeah.
And it would probably be like The Single Life. That one is one that I would like watch.
Yeah. And see, I'm a big fan of the 90 Day Fiance. And there's the one couple, Lauren and Alex, the guy from Israel.
Yeah.
They have their own spin-off. And I love it. Yeah, I will watch it all day long.
I've seen that one. It's funny because I was watching on Hulu, so like I don't know if your guys' Hulu does this, but you know when you're watching a show and then it'll go to the next one if like whatever's done. So I never watched this specific families shows, but it always like throws me in the middle of like season 3, episode 5 or something like that. So then I've seen like clips from each one.
That's funny.
Yeah, probably 90 Day Fiance. And I want to say if something like random happened, like if the 100 just dropped a new episode now, I would have to watch it. Like, why are they doing that? I would be sus as fuck. That would be sus
I
as fuck.
mean, listen, I loved 100, but the last couple seasons were trash. And if they pop out with another one,
To be fair, I don't know if I watched all of them, but like I'm just saying,
oh,
like if something like that or like if Lost
just
just
all
made
of a sudden, I was
just
like,
like
"Hey guys,
something I
we're
used to
back."
watch, and it just
Yeah,
showed up and like had one episode, I would be like, why is this happening? Like I need to know.
right.
Like
Like,
I would
what is
need
going
to
on?
know. Or if there was a new Survivor, I'm a sucker for
See,
fucking sucker for it. So good.
I am not a big Survivor fan, and I think it's
Gosh.
because when I was younger and I lived with my aunt,
Mm-hmm.
they were obsessed with it,
Yeah.
and it was every Monday night or whatever day it was. Like that
But I
was the
love
one that we were
that.
up, that we could stay up late. And I was like, this is what like your friends are coming over to watch with you, like watch parties for Survivor.
I mean, okay, I haven't had a watch party, but my watch party consists of me, my boyfriend, and my son now, and we be watching Survivor. We be getting in there.
See, I like Big Brother more than Survivor. I
My
think.
mom was obsessed with Big Brother.
I just feel like there's so much more drama.
Uh, my bracelets are tangled.
And I feel like if I want to watch people outside,
Mm-hmm.
it's Naked and Afraid because I feel like that's a lot more like realistic.
See, I watched
Like,
those too. I just never like got into it like Survivor. Okay, part of it's because I grew up watching Survivor, but like bits and pieces though, you know, it was
mm-hmm.
whenever I was in the house, my mom was watching it.
Right.
And then I saw that they put a new season out like a few years back, but then it was just new to Hulu, and I was like, they're still making, and it was like 22 at the time.
Yeah.
They're at 40. So then me and my boyfriend went from not the first one, but every single one they had on Hulu, which was like 35 of the 40.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a lot of TV
Yeah, we're
watching.
Survivor heads for sure. Oh, for sure it was.
Because,
Well, it
like,
was,
they have what, 12 episodes or something?
yeah, we really went through it when I was pregnant. So
Oh.
like in the evenings, like we would just like get home and like clean, but Survivor would be
Just
like
like
be on
binge.
during
Yeah.
dinner, during whatever, yeah, until I went to sleep, and then it was just like that. And you could get through like 3 seasons in a week and a
I
half.
mean,
You know what I mean?
she said
Like
if you try hard enough.
she's like, if you turn that TV on, you can do it. You can
I
accomplish
mean,
that
that's
shit.
true. Actually, on Amazon Prime,
Mm-hmm.
there's a show called Carnival Row.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen anything on Amazon Prime.
Which blows my mind because Amazon Prime has some good shit.
And I have Amazon Prime.
I'll send you a list of Rex.
Don't give me your pleasure. I don't need another one. I'm fine with ice cream and vanilla sex. We're good. Oh shit.
But it came out like either like 2019 or 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and they just released a new season. Like I don't know why it took them 3 years.
COVID. Everything COVID.
Like, but it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
there's like
Though
some fairies and some people they don't like each other. People don't like it's a whole thing.
I was not thinking you were gonna say fairies. I was like, what the fuck are you? Over here watching Tinkerbell.
Listen, they're fighters, those fairies.
Okay, so I have to ask you a question because we're talking about vanilla sex and we're talking about TV binging or just your guilty
Uh
pleasure of
huh.
TVs. So if you're having sex and there's a TV on, are you low key watching it?
I mean, I'm not watching the screen, but I'm for sure listening.
She said the audio is still on.
Right.
I'm dead. Oh my
Don't
gosh.
tell me you ain't never been like, okay, but like,
No, so I really don't care. Like I'm used to like a noise being in the background, you know? So like
mm-hmm.
I'm never listening to what's on, but I notice it because if I'm bored, then my brain's like, what did they just say? So then that's how I know the sex is shit. And I'm like, why are you not, or like that I'm not into it, you know?
Right.
So then for me, like every time that's ever happened, like I just went through like 6 scenarios in my head that I was like, I knew what was on TV and that's a red flag for me.
Well, it's like, how do I get out of this current situation?
Yeah, because I'm like, what does she do to him? Like, what happened?
Right.
What are you talking about? And then I'm like, why am I focused on that?
Savannah's on top of you, and you're like, did her boyfriend just call her that?
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Oh man.
I can't multitask. It's one or the other. One or the other. Anyway,
TV can't do
yes,
both.
no. Oh God.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's too funny.
we just mentioned them back to back, so I had to ask again with my password.
She'll get it
Oh,
one day.
it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Um,
Also, it helps. I'm still in the Sex and the Show thing. Also, it helps because I never have a TV in my bedroom. So I think that's why
that's probably why, because
I
I'm,
don't have that like connect, like I
yeah.
can't multitask in that one.
Well,
I
that's
never have to.
okay. These are all yes, no questions, and I want you to
Ooh,
answer them.
rapid?
Yeah. Have you ever kept a journal?
Yes.
Do you have a best friend?
Yes.
Do you pay attention to the news?
No.
Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
Yes.
Do you like your job?
No. Ah, yes.
Have you ever
Debatable.
have you ever been on TV?
No.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Do you like cilantro?
Yes.
Do you ever talk to yourself in your head? Who doesn't?
Yes.
Sing in the shower?
Yes.
Deja vu?
Yes.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
Do you like chocolate?
Love it.
And then I already know the answer to this last one. Do you own Bitcoin?
No. I
Okay.
wish I did.
You want to read this new one?
I was just about to say, I was like, yes. Have you ever kept a journal?
Yeah.
Do you have a best friend?
Yeah.
Do you pay attention to the news?
Yeah.
Have you ever got a speeding ticket?
Oh, a handful.
Do you live alone?
No.
Do you have kids?
No.
Do you like your job?
Sometimes.
Did you ever go to college?
Yeah.
Have you been on TV?
Yes.
Do you like cilantro?
Yes.
Have you ever had deja vu?
Yes.
Do you believe in aliens?
No.
Do you own Bitcoin?
No.
Do you like chocolate?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
You didn't ask me if I believe
You
in
don't.
ghosts.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
So you don't believe in ghosts or aliens?
I believe in energy, but I don't believe in ghosts. And I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't think that we're the only planet in the solar system that has living
Living beings.
organisms, but whether or not they're more intelligent than we are is questionable to me.
Is that the definition of alien? Is that they're more intelligent than humans?
I mean, not
Or is it just
necessarily, but like,
another
right. Like, I'm sure there's
creature?
like different organisms living on other planets. Whether they're like walking, talking, and moving around, that's a whole other thing.
I mean, yeah, they might not be smarter than us. I know
I
scientists.
mean, I can imagine like little creatures living on other islands or on other islands.
We're living on an island. It's a big island. Earth is an island.
I mean, technically, if you think about it,
No,
in space,
we're an island of the solar system.
yeah.
I mean, whatever you want to call it. It's called Earth. Earth the island, Earth the planet, whatever. Tomato, tomato.
Same thing.
Ooh. Those ones are really serious, and I was like, not
We ain't got time for
a
feelings.
vibe. Ooh. These ones are
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Um, what is my favorite food?
Chocolate.
Um, where can you always find me?
Currently,
Mm-hmm.
home. Prior to the baby, in your car somewhere.
Anywhere else?
Right.
Um, what is the most fun memory we've had during our friendship?
Oh
Our
God.
most fun.
Um,
Most.
I would say one of the trips that we took, just the two of us, either like Seattle or California or like Prineville, like one of those trips.
Yeah, probably. Where we were
Yeah.
just like winging it.
Right, where we had no plans in life.
It's
We
like
just got in the
fucking
car
no
and drove
responsibilities.
away.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that was a good time.
You,
Prime Bill was
you
pretty
can't
lit.
you can't really drive away now. You have a baby.
I can just after I put 15 bags in the car.
Right.
Uh,
And only after he wakes up from his nap.
I know we're on a tight schedule over here. Speaking of, um, okay. How would you describe me in 3 words?
Um, overwhelming.
Great start.
Um, genuine,
Okay.
but also a little bit bossy. Like you
Are those
mean
the
well,
3?
yeah.
Okay.
Like you mean well, but like you just take over shit.
I wasn't even gonna argue. I was like, I'll take
You're
it.
like, yeah, I'll help you, and then next thing you know, just go sit down. Okay.
But the patience was
You're
not
not
one of your 3 words for a
you're not
reason.
doing it the way that I usually do it, so I need you to leave.
Yo, I hate that because that's both of our toxic traits.
I feel like yours is a bit more aggressive about it.
Okay, so I think we're different in that way, in that I will tell you to do it the way I do it, right? Like my bossiness would be like, no, do it X, Y, and Z. Yours is you'll just do it without saying anything in the most passive aggressive fucking way, and then you'll just be like, it's done. It's like, what do I do with this information? Like, oh, hold on, let me just take it in for a second. Okay, I guess I won't do it. That's definitely it.
Because I'm like, oh, that would be. You're like, oh yeah, I'll work on it, and then it's like sits in my brain, and
And then you're like, it's done.
I'll just do it. It's in my
done.
brain. I need to.
You gotta say in this section.
Okay.
These ones are fun.
What's the most annoying trait I have?
That you have?
Like the one thing you're just like, God, I wish I could change this about her. But
I
it's
would
just sort of who I
say
am.
I read this about you from something too that confirmed that this is you, and I was like, oh, I fucking know when I read it. It's when you're so excited to tell your story that you take over the like not the conversation, but you interrupt the sentence to add. Okay,
No, I understand.
it worded this in a way that it made more sense. So it's like you're not patient enough to let the person finish before telling your story, like
Yeah.
how to relate to that
Yeah.
thing. That would be my one
No,
thing.
I 100%. Yeah.
No patience
I've
when
been
it comes
told
to
that
listening.
before. That I sometimes I'll just cut people off and I don't realize it.
Most definitely. That would probably be like the one thing that I'm like, oh, bitch.
Yeah, I've definitely heard
Hold
that.
on.
Definitely heard that before.
We'll come back to it.
Oh, what is my favorite food?
Your favorite food?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's my baby. I don't even know what your favorite food is. One single food?
Wow.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Southern food?
Yeah.
Got to go. Bye.
All right. Sorry, I had to run out for the baby. It comes before everybody else.
I know. We're on downstairs. But I set up here, so we're all better now. What were we talking about? Best friends? Oh, your favorite type of food. No, I didn't know it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like that's like a very, very generic thing, though. Because it's more like a lot of things fall into that.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, it's not necessarily like one style of food. It's just, it could be every style, just home cooked.
For sure, like a really good chicken waffle or like a really good biscuits and gravy.
So you just like breakfast?
I mean, who doesn't like breakfast?
I mean, breakfast is fire. I definitely appreciate it more as an adult.
Yeah.
Because now I will choose like chicken and waffles or chicken fried steak or, you know.
Right. Last one. If I called you in the middle of the night, would you pick me up?
I would pick you up, but if I woke up to my phone ringing, it would be. But yes, I would absolutely pick you up.
Great.
You just have to call me 1,000,005 times so that I actually woke up. So you actually woke up my phone.
So actually, no.
I mean, again, I would if I answered, but getting me to answer, I sleep like a fucking log. So
you guys, one time, a couple years ago, this girl, our other friend, went out together. I was in a whole other state. I get a phone call from our other friend. Hey, I don't know what to do. Cheyenne left the bar before me, and I got to her house, and I'm locked out, and she won't answer her phone. I can't get the door open.
Yo, mind y'all, at the time, I was living in a garage. She couldn't get the door open. She was banging on the garage door.
She was banging on the garage door.
Okay, but
I mean,
to be fair though, on that same story, I was throwing up outside the bar. That's why I took myself home in an Uber. And you know what I had the Uber do? Pull over so I could throw up. So it wasn't like it was just an average ass Tuesday. And
also,
I had one
our friend was just dumb because another friend showed up at your house, heard the doorknob. The door opened right up.
I know. So more of the story, I was fucking trashed. She expected me to be fucking trashed and coherent, and that's just simply not it. And she couldn't break into a door that was already broken into. Like, what? I'm so confused. Even when she told me the next morning, like, what she had to do, I was so confused. I was like,
you had not a clue.
You could have thrown a stick at the door and it would open. Like, God, she's so dumb for that.
Oh, man. I just remember waking up and her calling me, and I'm like, what? I need your help. And I said, bitch, I'm not even in the state.
I know. The fact that you answered, though.
I mean, I was definitely awake. I was out of state for a reason.
I know.
And it wasn't asleep.
That's hella funny, though. You just answer, and she was like, I'm locked out. And you're like, well, I'm about 3.5 hours away. So.
Right. We'll be there by the time the sun comes up.
God, that shit was hilarious.
Oh, man. Honestly.
Anyway. All right, Joe.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in.
Maybe we'll be back later. We'll see if this vacation gets any better.
Oh, I don't even have I don't even know there is.
Okay, bye.